Hello guys, and the demilitarization of Russia continues. Today they've lost 2 more combat helicopters, Mi-8, very expensive, modern, that they were actively using on the front lines, but Ukrainian drones reached them in Crimea together with -1 tugboat. Yesterday, I reported about the destruction of 5 different radars on the peninsula, and today you see the consequences. Same as you can clearly see Ukrainian strategy, that is to destroy Russian war machine by erasing their oil refining industry, destroying their air defense, and thus helping us to destroy more military arsenals, military air bases, but it's all very logical. It is the only working peace plan and the only way to protect lots of innocent Ukrainians. Russia does not have a strategy. Today, Putin is begging for more money from China and India, and the only plan that they have is to keep attacking civilian houses and infrastructure with drones every night, hoping that Ukrainians will decide to give up. But we are a very different kind of people. What we do during those nightly attacks, we donate on more drones that will demilitarize Russia and make us safe, free, and return our 1991 borders. So let's discuss Ukrainian strategy and how effectively we burn Russia these days. My name is Anna, I'm from Ukraine, I'm in Ukraine, and if you want to see the defeat and demilitarization of Russia that has already started and Putin in The Hague, subscribe. I'm sure we will discuss that on the channel sometime really soon. And let's begin with this freshest news from Crimea. Illegally annexed in 2014, lots of our allies advised not to escalate, but we know now very well that dictators, authoritarian leaders like the one of China, also the one of India, Iran, North Korea, they treat it as a green light to continue. That is why we believe that this war began with the annexation of Crimea and it will end with the return of the peninsula to Ukraine. It is used by the Russian army as a platform for attacks deeper inside Ukraine. It is totally converted into a rusty Russian military base, but we will change that, and you can clearly see how this strategy is working already. We erase Russian air defense in Crimea first of all, and they use that air defense not just for the peninsula. Literally, this is their eyes both in the sea, and we destroyed Russian Black Sea fleet. You know that? You have to remind others who keep speaking about the invincibility of Russia, forgetting a long list of their failures. To update yourself on these failures, watch my recent video on Anna Danilchuk that I connect here, but also remember this very obvious argument: the destruction of the Black Sea fleet of Russia and their need to relocate the headquarters from Sevastopol to Novorossiysk in Russia, where it actually belongs. So, one by one, we destroyed 5 different kinds of radars this week. Including a coastal radar, a radio telescope, GPS systems, radar of S-400 and S-300 systems, Niasaki airfield, all during these days. So I'm not talking about months or years, I'm talking about like recent updates for you to understand the troubles that Russia encounters every day in Ukraine. But after these radars are destroyed, out of hundreds that they keep bringing and we keep destroying them in Crimea, it's way easier than to target them somewhere deep inside Russia. And the results, for example, recent visits of Ukrainian drones to Gvardeyskoye near Sevastopol, that is the name of the military airbase they gave, and 2 helicopters, Mi-8 combat helicopters, expensive helicopters, approximately $20-30 million were lost together with these machines. And Russians, they don't care about human life, but they do care about helicopters, aircraft that they keep losing at a very high pace this summer. Thumbs up for that, and remember to share these videos to demonstrate your solidarity and to help us inform people, because they still live in times of the Cold War and measure Russia by old Soviet standards, when Russia is a ghost, a Frankenstein of that period, now begging money from Modi, begging money from Xi. You can clearly see the purpose of Putin's visit to China, but that is also a serious demonstration of disrespect to Donald Trump and his efforts, because Russians keep speaking about new attacks they prepare. Putin demonstrates his friendship with Xi and Modi, and actually this diplomatic failure of Donald Trump brought Modi into the arms of China, when before that, for years, they were pretty negative towards each other. There were no flights connection, so Trump made Asia great again. So anyway, we clearly see them demonstrating maps that they want more attacks on more Ukrainian regions to cut us from the Black Sea, when the reality is different and they escape from the aquatorium of Black Sea. There are millions of ways we can support each other, and I want to remind you about a great non-profit initiative, Balakun, that I connect here, and Balakun connects English native speakers with Ukrainians who want to practice English. Many of them are actually Ukrainian military. The majority of them are located in Ukraine, and Balakun, the link to their webpage I connect here, will match you, will tell you everything you need to know, and this way you can actually have a friend in Ukraine, practice English or Ukrainian, and I believe in this people's diplomacy. This is super working. Way better than a lot of conferences, summits, and so on. So we have to understand that Ukrainian way to demilitarize Russia, to destroy radars, also protects Europe and the world. Because today we observed a very dangerous precedent when the GPS on a plane of Ursula von der Leyen, who paid a visit to Bulgaria, was jammed. And I think the probability it was done by Russian hackers is very high, and the aircraft had to land using paper maps. It's not okay. I'm happy that she's safe and that the pilots know how to use paper maps, but it's not okay. And smart people, brave people see that Russia conducts this hybrid war against the European Union, against the United States 100% for quite a long period of time. And with Ukrainian strategy to defeat Russia, to demilitarize Russia, we can make this planet a safer place. And I personally feel very proud when I see how we do not strike any military targets out of the blue, or as Russians, apartment buildings. How does that help them win? Literally, it's awful. We have to speak about a lot of bad things that they do during these nightly attacks that can be compared to London Blitz. But what's the effect? Okay, you destroy apartment buildings, you destroy cafes, you destroy hospitals. It is bad for us. It is painful, but this does not destroy our economy to a great extent. This does not destroy, the one that we are earning money with, like oil refineries in Russia. This does not destroy our military strengths, and this only motivates our people to donate more. That's exactly what we do during the nights when we listen to air defense, stopping drones. We keep donating on drones interceptors, on drones that later demilitarize Russia. That is a losing strategy, to believe that they can break our will. If they didn't do that back in 2022, now, with so many good people supporting Ukraine, with the skills that we developed, with Ukrainian flamingos that already travel to destroy Russian military targets like that FSB outpost in Armyansk, we are stronger than we were in 2022, and we did not want to capitulate in 2022. Why should we do that now? Even our channel, we have this community, we know each other, we support each other. So many good causes that we accomplish together. You know so much more about Ukraine. I know so much more about your countries, your feelings and emotions. So literally that is a losing strategy of Kremlin to keep, killing Ukrainian children. And the Ukrainian strategy is a winning strategy because we target oil refineries, 20% of their capacity gone. And that is money. Russia is a resource country. They do not produce anything more than anything competitive, innovative. They simply sell what their land gives them. And you don't have to be very smart or creative to do that. And it's actually bad, both for ecology, for people, for planet. Anyway, we destroy military arsenals, we destroy helicopters, we destroy tugboats, Black Sea Fleet. We destroy arsenals, drone factories. It's obvious why we do that, to destroy the war machine, to save innocent people. They don't have enough fuel to use on the ferries near Crimea. So it makes the peninsula more and more vulnerable in this very good understanding of the world, because it has to return back to Ukraine. It is super strategic. It's not just the territory, it's people, it's international law. No annexations happened after the Second World War, and today we commemorate the anniversary of the beginning of the Second World War that Russians keep naming Great Patriotic War. Tell me please in the comments below, do you know why they call this not the Second World War, but the Great Patriotic War? And why did it begin for them not in 1939, as for everyone in this world, but in 1941? I connect a video, a very important video on the channel about the myths that Russia uses against us, talking about the Second World War. But here I have to tell you, because from 1939 to 1941, according to Molotov-Ribbentrop Pact, Russia, Soviet Union, and Nazi Germany were allies, and they divided Poland together. And now the Kremlin wants you to forget about that, don't you? And please share these videos to spread the truth. It is super important and it saves lives, literally. Follow me on X, Instagram, Blue Sky, Threads, Discord, the links in the description of this video. Remember to subscribe to my new channel, Anna Danilchuk. Thank you for buying me coffees, becoming my patrons and sponsors of the channel. It is an honor to have you in my life. And because you helped me so much, tomorrow, I guess, on the new channel, a new series will appear that I love. And I hope you will like them too. And check the merch shop, the link in the description. Lots of good products that help you become our ambassadors and remind the world about Ukraine, our fight, our bravery, and the need to defeat Russia. And we are working on that pretty effectively. Thank you once again for being friends of mine, friends of Ukraine. United we stand. Slava Ukraini!